Thank you for the great lunch. May I ask, why is there a piano in the meditation room? Thank you. Because we're waiting you to play it. Waiting for you to play it. If you pay attention to the piano, if you notice that there's a piano in there, that means you are very sensitive to see a piano. That means you may be a musician. So we're waiting for someone who can play it, play a good piece of peaceful, tranquil music. Actually, the piano was donated by an individual. It is an old piano. It's an antique item. And without the permission of the donor, we don't want to sell it. So unless you say, I want to put a price tag on it, then I will ask the donor, can we sell the piano and donate the proceeds of the sale to support the lunch, which is a great lunch of the temple. Because all these lunches are provided by generous people. It's easy just to sit down and eat it, but we always say practice giving, not just receiving. It's a good to receive a great lunch, but it's better to give a great lunch out. Can you give our great lunch? It's always more blissful to give than to receive. Giving is one of the finest arts in the world. Giving is not just in terms of money. Not just, I don't have any money, how can I give? No, not just, are you only concentrating on money? Are you a money motivated person only? Giving, sometimes you give a good smile. Good morning, good smile. A good smile, a heartfelt, warming welcome, a body gesture of giving. You don't have to just give out money. Give your compassion out. Give your consolations or condolence about someone who suffer. Actually, how we practice giving. We practice giving not by receiving. We practice giving by giving. Because when you give, then people receive it. He knows, oh, where does this food come from? You see our mottos in here? We have 5 contemplations on the wall. Well, yeah, you remind me of something. Maybe we should translate it into English. 济公多少量比来处. 济公多少量比来处. The first contemplation. Consider your own merits and consider where the food comes from. Do I deserve the food? If I'm a monk, if I'm a nun, am I practicing the sainthood way? Should I eat this lunch? I can't eat people's lunch without asking. I don't want to receive anything people give me. But 济公多少, I have to consider where did the food come from? How was it prepared? It must come from someone who is generous. It must come from someone who cooked it, who bought the food, who prepared the food, who makes sure that it's a great lunch. I must consider that. I don't just sit down and eat it and accept it and feel great about it, but I want to know who is so generous in giving a lunch. That's the first contemplation. Where did it come from? Where did the lunch come from? And then second, 全己德行, 全却应供. Considering my own conduct, considering my own practice, am I deserve this giving to me? What have I done to deserve this lunch? I don't want just to accept any generosity from anybody. If I have just done a good meditation, maybe I deserve it, even though it's free. Because people who donated this lunch generously wanted someone who practiced meditation and get into enlightenment. So if I was meditating and I have wandering thought, I was just dreaming, my thoughts are so desultory that I wasn't concentrating, maybe I don't deserve this lunch because I haven't been practicing. So that's how a monk thinks when they eat. That's why when we're eating, we have to keep silent. We are contemplating at the same time, being a monk, am I deserve this food given to me? 防心离过贪等为宗 I have to watch my mind. I have to be mindful. I have to be mindful of not to get into greediness, not to get into hatred, jealousy, fear, anxiety, selfishness, egoistic. I have to be mindful of my conduct, my speech, because that's how I practice. 正是良药，为了淫窟 I treat this food not as a delicious food that I enjoy, because I cannot attach to the delicacy of it. I just want to treat it as a medicine to upkeep my body so that I can march onto sainthood, so that I can practice. In other words, I don't attach to my taste buds. I don't want my tongue, the taste buds of my tongue, to blindly attach to the odor of it, the taste of it. Because that could be a problem, because I attach to the taste of a steak, a sirloin New York steak. And that's the result of killing a cow, that I taste this sirloin New York steak. Or Houston hog. You know, that's what they talk about. So I don't want my taste buds to attach blindly and habitually to the flesh of animals. That's the reason why humans are killing animals for food, because they think that the flesh and blood of animal, when cooked, is delicious than a vegetarian meal, which is not involved with killing. And of course, you can argue that killing a bunch of peas and lettuce is also killing, but that we can get into argument. All right. 未成道业，应受此食. So I treat it as a medicine because I want to be enlightened. I want to be enlightened so that I can enlighten others. That's the reason why I want to accept this food given to me. So during eating, they have to do the 5 contemplations, not just eating, eating, eating. Imagine if in every family, when a kid is eating, when Jeanette, when John, Bill, when they're eating, they think about, where did the food come from? Mom? They come from a farmer. The farmer grow the food, and then mom cook it. It's not easy. They involve a lot of work in it. I shouldn't just squander all the food away. I shouldn't just, I should really treasure what I eat, because mom prepared it, the farmers grow it, and I must value it. And also, am I deserve it? Did I study right? Did I get good results in school? Did I deserve what I'm eating? If in a family, every family is doing a contemplation, that would be a family that is so on the track, so responsible, so merciful, so compassionate. Because you're always thinking of, am I deserving all this? Other than just, Mom, you're always cooking the same food, I hate it. That's what usually kids say. All right, so that's enough of this question. Next question. Does having Buddha statues lead to an attachment? Does flying a Canadian maple leaf flag leading to attachment? The Canadian maple leaf flag is to arouse our patriotism, to arouse our faith for the country, to build a good country. The flag itself is a dead matter. It's just a piece of cloth and some color and some pole in it. We're not attaching to the flag. We are trying to arouse a good spirit of nationalism among our patriotic members. It's the spirit behind it not just the superficial wood. The wood itself is useless. Without that flag fluttering in the air, looking at it and singing, "Oh Canada," how do we arise our spirit? It's behind the dead object that arouses the actual spirit in us. Don't attach to the object itself. Throw away that Buddha statue if you attach to it. Throw it away. Throw away Buddhism, finally. Okay, if you want to get from this shore of confusion to that shore of enlightenment, say, I'm in confusion now, I'm all confused, I have sufferings. I want to go to that shore of non-suffering. What do I need to go through that ocean of mental defilements to get that shore? I need a ship, right? I need a ship to go from Horseshoe Bay to Victoria. Victoria is my destination. But when I get to Victoria, I got to abandon ship. I can't attach to the ship anymore. If I attach to the ship, I can never step my foot ashore. A Buddha statue is just like that ship that leads you to enlightenment. Don't attach to the wood. Don't attach to the ship. You want to go to Victoria, this Parliament building, you want to have good lunch at the Empress Hotel, you got to leave the boat. Don't attach to the boat. But you need the boat, though. If you don't have the boat, how can you get to Victoria? You need it, but you abandon it. You need it, but you let go of it. It's two things. Don't blindly criticize someone. You're attaching to this, you're attaching to that. He used that just as a weapon. And when he used that as a destination goal. When that goal is reached, you abandon what you attach to. That's just a means to get into the end. That's not the end itself. That's just a means. Why did Mom decorate the room so nicely on Thanksgiving Day? Mom, don't attach to these flowers. Don't attach to a clean table. Mom said, no, I want to build a warm home so that everybody has homecoming. To build up an atmosphere. Not just the flowers. Not just the table. Not just the cloth. Okay, next. Do monks and nuns get paid at the Buddhist temple? None of your business. Why do you have to care how much you got paid? We got paid much below minimum wage. And then we don't want to get to the government for that. And we only have enough pay to pay for the subway. Maybe not even the subway. We don't have enough money to. We have enough money to buy toothpaste, brushes, shampoo. Well, we don't have hair, so we don't need any shampoo. But anyway, we have enough money to just to keep our body clean. But we don't attach to the money. The money is just a gesture of. Sometimes the volunteers would say, "Here's a red packet," and inside the packet they put some money in there as a token of respect. So we virtually don't get paid for it. We don't attach to the pay. We don't attach to money. But we don't blame money. We don't think money is guilty. Money is not guilty per se. It's your mind that is guilty, not the money. It's not the money that is filthy. It's the mind that is filthy. As a matter of fact, we have a subsidy. And we call that an honorarium. An honorarium, a subsidy. And that subsidy is very, very low. We want to become a monk or a nun not because of the money. It's because we want to get that spiritual enlightenment that we want to be one, not because of the money. If we want to make money, we should be working outside. Get paid $13 an hour, or 12, or even 25. I am a CPA, I'm a CMA too. I have an MBA. I have my BA. But I don't need those anymore. I graduated from University of Toronto. I was a public accountant. I did quite well as a public accountant. I was a real estate broker too. I involved in many, many other businesses too before. but I quit. I don't want to be involved with them anymore. I want to go into the saintly path. I want to go to that which I always call a spiritual odyssey in my life. Not a Honda Odyssey. I'm driving a Honda Odyssey. A Honda Odyssey only takes you from one place to another, but a spiritual odyssey takes you from this place of confusion and reincarnation to that place of enlightenment and nirvana. Which one you prefer? So we don't need to pay. Next question. In the future, when meat can be genetically created without killing any animal, can we eat the meat? Why are you still attaching to meat? So you are thinking of, okay, you think meat is not that good, you're killing animals. Why don't we create some meat? You always think about meat, meat, meat. I can't get away from meat. Why don't you say, oh, can I stop eating meat? So you want to argue out your inclination to eat meat, that if they can be genetically created. You know, I think in the future, a human being can be genetically created too. You know, and can we eat meat? If you're not involved in killing, you're not. If your satisfaction, if your enjoyment of something does not involve in hurting someone, in killing someone, then I think it's okay. It's not, you're not involved in killing. If meat can be genetically created without killing any animal, can we eat meat? Maybe at that time they don't call it meat anymore. They call it, I don't know what they call it. But you still have to wait though. Why didn't you stop killing now? You don't talk to a cow and the pig said, okay, wait, I'm still killing you, but wait until genetically you can be created, then I can stop eating you. And the pig say, okay, come on, please, don't kill me anymore. Stop eating meat now. Don't wait.